Hello everyone, hope you are well. Question I have today is, are we heading into or are we slipping into a Great Depression? I would say at the very least we're in a recession. Now I'm not a expert on this. I'm not a financial expert. I don't give financial advice by no means. But just from my observations and things that I read and experience, the question again, is a Great Depression looming right now? Uh, Let me know what you think. But we're seeing a lot of stuff happening right now, and some news that came out today. Consumer prices are surging. They're at a 30-year high right now. Inflation is out of control. It's crushing middle class, working families. You got food banks that are struggling to keep inventory, to feed people. Uh, you got Americans have never been in so much debt right now. They're at an all-time high. Household debt right now is at $15.24 trillion dollars. So a lot of that is in home, auto, credit cards, of course, home, housing, automobile purchase, or prices are just way up right now. They're just surging like crazy, especially used vehicles. The cost of everything, really, the cost of everything keeps going up, and wages are not. I mean, you can say wages have gone up slightly, but not near enough to offset the inflation of everything else going up. I would say it maybe, if you've got a 3% raise, for example, let's say your 3% merit raise. If you got that or less, that barely made up for the increase in your medical insurance costs. So it wiped that out. So we're behind, to say the least. U.S. consumers face the biggest jump in energy bills in more than a decade right now. Electricity, natural gas, and fuel oil. Somebody's getting rich off this. Let me know what you think, but somebody's definitely getting rich. But it ain't us. It's not us. Not you and I. So, but I believe inflation is going to really, if it hadn't already, it's going to start ripping people apart, especially the lower middle class, even the middle class, working folks. The supply chain is not getting any better. It's getting worse. Increase in crime is gonna ramp up right now. You got holidays coming up, but just from all this stuff, you're gonna have increase in crime. So we need to keep our awareness for sure out there and to be hyper aware. Some statistics: consumer price index surged 6.2 from a year ago in October, the most since December of 1990. Okay. Core inflation, stripping out food and energy, increased 4.6%, the fastest since August of 1991. Energy, housing, vehicle costs led the gains, more than wiped out any wage increases, like I mentioned earlier. Some other things related to it. Fuel oil prices soared 12.3% for the month, part of a 59.1% increase over the past year. Energy prices overall rose 4.8% in October and are up 30% for a 12-month period. Used vehicle prices again were the big contributor, rising 2.5% on the month and 26.4% for the year. Over 26% this year for increase in prices for used vehicles. New vehicle prices were up 1.4 and 9.8 respectively. So 9.8% for the year for new vehicles even. So if you need to buy a vehicle, if you have no choice but to buy a vehicle right now, depending on your situation, of course, you're better off buying new. Okay, if you have to finance it, you'd get a better finance rate, and it's not used. It's yours from day one. So you think about all that. Food prices also showed a sizable bounce. Well, of course they have. 5.3% over the year. It seems like heck of a lot more than that. I don't know, when we go to the store. Within the food category, meat, poultry, fish, eggs collectively rose almost 2%, 12% over the year. Yeah. So with prices increase meant that workers fell further behind. Well, yeah, they sure did. Now, this is interesting. This is good. The data comes as policymakers such as Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen maintain that current price pressures are temporary. They maintain, can you believe this? They maintain that current price pressures are temporary and related to COVID pandemic specific issues. While they have conceded the inflation has been more persistent than they expected, they see conditions returning to normal over the next year or so. What are these people smoking? I mean, do they think we're stupid? I mean, do they go to the store? No. Do they go to the grocery store? Do they get gas? Do they put gas in their vehicles? I don't know. Probably not. Are they paying insurance? Are they paying their bills? Power bill like us folks? I mean, really, do they go to the store? Temporary. Whatever, man. I mean, that pisses me off, really. Okay. What can we do? How can we hedge this? We've talked about it before, but I mean, just some things that come to mind. Try to do what you can financially, pay off, anything you can do to lower your debt, would be advisable, because this stuff isn't ending anytime soon. DIY, do it yourself as much as possible, around your home, as far as just anything like lawn care, simple fixes or simple repairs. Try to do that as much as you can to save some money. Even like something like pest control, do that yourself. You might come off better buying that at Home Depot, Lowe's, or something like that, than to pay these premium prices for somebody to come in and do that, especially during the winter. So those are just some suggestions. As far as automobiles, try to keep those updated and the maintenance done on it as much as possible, as much as you're able. Sell something you don't need. If you have stuff laying around, you never know. I mean, you might have something more valuable than you think. Check it out. Unload it. Get some cash flow going here. So, but anyway, let me know what you think. Are we heading into a depression? What are you doing to hedge this inflation? Or do you do precious metals? Are you into that? What other things are you doing that's different from most people, that's saving you money? Please share that. Please read the comments. A lot of good info in there. Appreciate everyone that contributes. Appreciate all the support. So take care. God bless you. Be safe. And I will see you soon.